like. Telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up wings for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Hey.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's brought down. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Swift is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That almost felt like the defense said he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Swift again. And he's in. Touchdown, the Eagles. DeAndre Swift. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. And facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. To throw again is Jackson. They'll get this to Flowers, left side. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Play action. It's Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Hurts. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific long season. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Jackson. Bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Back back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught. It's Flowers. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this 1st half as the kick is away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eagles 7.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, but I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the 1st half.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Jackson on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Harmon. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back, who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Got a man, it's caught. Curtis Samuel, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you to bigger errors.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throw caught by Flowers. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5. The 3. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Dobbins. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
But they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Hurts. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Travis Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And shedding through the tackle. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw here. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Hurts fumbles it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook.
There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Ravens 25, Eagles 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, and to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 38.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
2nd and 20 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. A good pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. An audible here to get a new look. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he is caught. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll set up to throw. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts.
Dobbins hit and he fumbles. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. He'll air this out deep for Harmon. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Ravens have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. And that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. Throwing is Hurts. Over them. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago. I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The CD always a little extra excitement for week 1 in one of our early window games.